welcome yet again to another review for all of you here at Real In Films. And if you have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, hey, subscribe to our channel, hit that bell, and like the video. Like that, you guys can help us with the algorithm. And as well, if you like the review, it'll help you as well to get more videos from us here at Real In Films. Today, we're going to be reviewing a very interesting film that I actually did love. Is called Los Frikis. This video, not this video, this movie is based on Cuba, but I'm gonna go ahead and read you the synopsis and move forward. So, Los Frikis. Inspired by true events, Los Frikis is a coming of age story set in the early 90s Cuba, where a group of punk rockers in search of freedom deliberately inject HIV to live at a government run treatment home so they can create their own utopia. Directed by Tyler Nilson and Michael Schwartz as well. Written by both of them. Our main cast members is Hector Medina that plays Paco, Eros de la Puente that plays Gustavo, and as well Adria Arjona that plays Maria. And if you guys want to see our interview with Hector and Eros, it's right here in the cards that you guys can check that interview out. Just to let you guys know, it is in Spanish, but if you guys hit the captions button that's right there, it will auto translate it for you in English. So check out the interview, like that you guys can get more insight on how these characters were built, and as well how was it behind the scenes while filming. So this film, I mentioned, it is based off in the early 90s, where I had the name of the person, of the governor, in my head, and it went away. But these kids, by the time that a new governor was there in Cuba, he started banning basically anything that would be like rock and whatnot, because they thought that rock was bad for the children or for the kids. And as well, what they did was that everybody that loved that music or played that music, they would call them Los Frikis, being the fact that as well in the 90s, that governor started like holding off food for Cubans. So there was limited food in like all the marts and all the places that you could buy food. So these kids and or families had to survive by, either getting their own food or eating wildlife. And the film, it shows you how bad the situation was there. And then we see these kids, Paco and Gustavo, try to help out and work like that they can go ahead and sustain their family. But even though if they worked, they can't sustain their family. And as well, a lot of people would go on these small boats to be able to get out of Cuba because they didn't like how they were living at. So in this case, we see everything in detail on how the situation in Cuba was in this film. And not only that, the film, like in the synopsis, says how these kids would inject themselves with HIV to go to these government places that they would take them out of Cuba, like that they could be taken care of by the government. And being the fact that they are HIV positive, they would go ahead and provide them food every day, a place to live, they would provide them a little bit of everything just because they were HIV positive. So a lot of these kids would inject themselves with HIV positive blood, like that they can go ahead and move to these places and probably make a new life. Not only that, being the fact that we do follow Paco and Gustavo, we do see the struggles that they both go in regards to, taking extra steps to go to these places. But not only that, we do see, and the main focus of the film is following Gustavo, how every moment in his life affects him more, and how he, because of one lie, he goes to this utopia place to live with his brother and his friends, and start making his life. The film has a powerful message, and not only a powerful message in regards to its story. The script is phenomenal and amazing. One of the things that I loved about the film is that the film already has English captions, like that if you are an English only viewer, you can enjoy the film as much as you can when with the Spanish dialogue. And all of the characters in this film are memorable, each and one of them, especially as well the secondary characters. I say that this film for me is one of my top 5 films of this year. Not only that, the film has a phenomenal story and phenomenal performances of the main cast and the secondary cast. And I really did enjoy every inch of it. Being the fact that in the interview, we do get to know that most of these cast members had to go to a very strict diet, like that they can look apart from how these people used to live in Cuba in the 90s. And it is I would say that it's impressive how they went through these strict diets to go to that weight and be able to, do the film. Now, let's go ahead and talk about cinematography. One of the things that I loved about this film is that the cinematography is amazing. I loved every inch of the film on how beautiful it was lighted, on how beautiful the shots were, and on how it captured every living moment of these characters and this story. This story is phenomenal. I fully recommend this film if you have a chance to either rent it or VOD, or if there's any local theater that you can be able to see this film. Again, I have to give props to the director and the writers because this film looks phenomenal. The performance of each and one of these actors and actresses is amazing. You connect with the characters, you feel their pain, you feel everything while you watch this film. And when you get to that ending, you will sob like there is no tomorrow. But I fully recommend Los Frikis. I don't want to give you guys that much details because by giving you details and spoiling you the film, it just makes a leeway like that you guys already know what's gonna happen. So I fully recommend watching the film if you have a chance. And again, you will enjoy this film. So yeah. So I do recommend Los Frikis for each and every one of you. This is an amazing, top-notch cinema of this film. Nothing, guys. If you guys have not yet subscribed to Real In Films, hey, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the like button and comment below if you want to watch this film. And tell me if you're interested in these type of like documentary films as well. Nothing, guys. If you guys want to follow me as well, hey, follow me on Instagram, CinemaDadPR, and as well, follow us in all of our social media as Real In Films. Like that you guys can be up to date with anything and everything movie related. Nothing, guys. We'll go ahead and see you guys in the next one.